The idea of buying a house now and refinancing in a few years, here's the problem. Mortgages are at 7%. So if you have a $500,000 house, you're going to be paying $3,500 per month in mortgage. $3,000 is going to go to interest. That's $36,000 a year. And in 2 years, you're out $70,000 in interest. You've paid a total of $6,000 off the principal, plus an additional $500 to $900 a month in non-returnable capital, which is your tax, insurance, and maintenance or whatever. So you're talking about another $15,000, $20,000, right? So that's $90,000. Closing costs, everything that you did the first time around. Okay, so you're out $100,000. If your idea is to buy now and refinance later, whether you refinance in 2 years, 4 years, or 6 years, remember, it is going to take 10 to 15 years before amortization kicks in, where you are paying more towards the principal of your loan than you are in interest. I see this big trend online right now telling people, hey, listen, buy a house if it's the right thing for you, and, take care of business, do whatever, but don't believe everything you hear when it comes to you're always paying yourself. Like, you are paying yourself if you pay extra payments on the principal. If you're just paying the minimum payment, you are paying the bank first for years, and you're never going to see a return on that capital. There are ways of making your home an equitable investment. In other words, you can actually make money off of it. But if you just pay the minimum payment every month on your mortgage, you will never see a return on. Now, not like you said, it's like a negative interest or a no interest savings account, and you build equity that you can then borrow against later on. So it does become an asset like that, and it gives you stability and a peace of mind. My point is to tell people, if you're going to buy a house, buy it when you can afford it, and make sure that you can do something to make it better for you. If you can put extra money, I don't care if it's $25, $100, $50, $1,000, whatever you can put extra every month, you need to do it. If you need to stop going out one day a week, or stop ordering Uber Eats one day a week, or, whatever, save money and put it towards the principal. $25 extra a month is nothing to you, but add that up against the principal of your mortgage over 30 years, you will save tens of thousands of dollars. It is insane. I just want you guys to be smart, and I also want you to have all the information so that you know what you're doing before you get into it. That's all. Amortization schedules are one of the most important tools, in my opinion, to help decide if buying or renting is better. Well, yeah, but then again, that's why. Do I live in a house? Yes. That's why I didn't bring it up with my sister, because I didn't want to flame her, or not like flame her, but like get her going. But like when she said, well, you could always buy the house now, lock it in, and refinance in a couple of years. And I was like, but if you buy a $500,000 house at 7% right now, you're going to pay upwards of $100,000 in interest before you even get a chance to potentially refinance down. And then when you refinance down, that interest does not carry over the new loan. That's just gone. You just spent $100,000, $125,000 with tax and insurance out of the pocket, and you start fresh again. And if you drop by 0.5%, you actually lose even more money. So it's like I just want people to be aware of that, right? Like, that's how it works out. It's tough. Closing costs, refi. Yeah, can you explain that again? Yeah, very simple. The idea of buying a house now and refinancing in a few years, here's the problem, right? Number one, mortgages are at 7%. So if you have a $500,000 house, God, this would make a great TikTok and piss everybody off again. I'm not even telling you what to do. I'm just giving you the numbers. If you have a $500,000 house at 7%, you're going to be paying $3,500 per month in mortgage. Okay? Of that, $3,000 is going to go to interest. Okay? So you take that $3,000, that's $36,000 a year. And in 2 years, if rates come down, you're out $70,000 in interest. You've paid a total of $6,000 off the principal, which off of $500,000 doesn't even register, plus an additional $500 to $900 a month in non-returnable capital, which is your tax, insurance, and maintenance or whatever. So you're talking about another $15,000, $20,000, right? So that's $90,000. Closing costs, everything that you did the first time around. Okay, so you're out $100,000, right? Let's say you Let's say you refinance in 2 years, and you bring it down to 6.49%. Well, when you refinance, you're refinancing off the value of the house. Remember, you only took $6,000 off the house, which doesn't even really count, because you know, if the house, unless the house is appreciated significantly in 2 years, or depreciated, depending. Let's just keep it for simplification here. You refinance. Now you take out a new loan. That $100,000 in interest that you paid does not carry over to the new loan, because you refinance. You got a new loan. all that money is lost due to rent inflation over a lifetime, it's a moot point. Bitch, I just said 2 years. The fuck is wrong with you? Where the hell are you renting 2 years that cost you $100,000? I said, if you want to wait for the refinance in 2 years, why not just wait till the 2 years till the rate comes down and buy it there rather than losing the $100,000 out your pocket? In LA? Okay, but you're also not buying a house for $500,000 in LA, okay? That's going to be 5.0 million and you're going to pay $1 million out of pocket before you get there. Fuck out of here with that. You forgot to add taxes? All right, shut up. I'm not telling you to rent instead of buy. I'm just saying that this is something you need to consider. If your idea is to buy now and refinance later, whether you refinance in 2 years, 4 years, or 6 years, remember, it is going to take 10 to 15 years before amortization kicks in, where you are paying more towards the principal of your loan than you are in interest. If you do this for 4 years and then refinance, you're talking about 36 to let's say 40,000 minimum a year that's going out, that doesn't touch the loan, doesn't touch the equity, doesn't touch the principal, just out the thing, right? That's the equivalent of $3,600 a month times 4 years, right? That's $120,000 plus an additional $25,000 a year non-returnable capital. So you're talking about another $100,000. So you're potentially talking about $220,000 that you will pay out the pocket. Then you will refinance for 1 point lower, maybe, and start all over again, and you're out $220,000. You're out half the value of the house in 4 years, and you didn't even touch it because you refinanced into a new loan. Now, if you're buying this house and it's just like, okay, fuck it, I'll keep it, and I'm not going to refinance unless it drops like 3 or 4%, different story. But that's the power of paying down the principal, right? Throw an extra $1,000 a month at that mortgage. In 4 years, you've taken another $40,000 off of this. But each time you do that, the monthly payment, you pay less interest. So you're chipping away at this too. That's all I'm saying. I just want you to be informed. I don't want you to think about this. But do you know how many people I see in the comments that say, well, I just buy now and then I'll refinance in a couple of years when rates come down? What if rates don't come down? Or what if they do come down, but it takes 3 or 4 years and you just were $200,000 out your pocket? People do not realize how much they pay in interest and that it all comes up out front. It is insane to me, the amount of people who don't understand how mortgages work. There is just not enough information. It's this fantasy world of, I am buying a house for $500,000. Therefore, that's how much I'm going to pay. And then when the home appreciates to $900,000 and I sell it, I will have made $400,000. And so that's what they honestly believe. And it's not their fault, but that's just they don't understand how it works. Oh, I have to pay 5% interest. Okay, well, 5% of $500,000 is $25,000. So I'll pay $525,000 and I'll sell it for $900,000, and then I will have made a $375,000 profit. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how it works. That's how home ownership works, and I'm going to be good. That's not how it works. I'm not discouraging you from buying a home. I just want you to know what the fuck you're getting into. Because once you sign that mortgage, it's a little too late to know what's going to happen. You're married to it. You're locked in or you're foreclosed on and you're fucked. I just want you to know what you're getting into. Okay? I want you to know that if you make the minimum payment on this, that you are most likely going to end up paying a total 2.1 million maybe over the course of 30 years. Maybe not quite, depending on where you live, but we'll call it 1.5 million minimum that you're going to pay for that home. This is why you have to throw extra money at your mortgage. Everybody will tell you, nah, fuck that. This guy's so full of shit. You're paying 6%, but the market's giving you 6 to 10% per year return, or just leverage it and do this. Don't pay that. This guy's so full of shit. You do you. But let me tell you something. The first moment you lose your job, somebody gets sick, you have to pay medical bills, and all of a sudden you don't have all that capital, but you owe that, and you're still in the front load of the interest. You think the bank's going to give a shit? I'm not trying to discourage you from buying a house. I just want you to be informed. People don't understand how these things work, and there's a reason, okay? Whether the reason is because 15-year-old kids at school are too bored, horny, and don't give a shit about this stuff, and so they don't want to teach it, or it's good for business to not have this in the curriculum. But why do you think so many people who got student loans are strapped with debt 25 years later? Okay? Once again, I don't want you to not take out loans to get an education. If that's what you got to do, you got to do it. But I want you to know what you're doing so that you can make informed decisions when you do take the loan. The problem is these kids get hit with a $3,500, or these people get hit with a $3,500 mortgage payment the first month, and they think in their brain, boom, that's coming right out at $500,000. That's right. I'm a baller, man. $3,500 a month, but that's going to my interest payment. I'm going to be clear of this bitch in a while. And then the next month, $3,500. Bam, bam. And at the end of the year, they paid $40,000 towards the mortgage, plus an additional, let's say, I don't know, let's call it another $10,000 in taxes, insurance, and mortgage. They think that's $50,000 off their loan. They're 10% done after 1 year. And then they look and realize that they still owe $497,200. And they realize they fucking did not understand what they got into. That's when the oh shit moment happens. This is the oh shit moment. And that's when they start asking questions. I paid $50,000 this year. Why is my mortgage only down by $2,800? Or, best case scenario, $5,000. I'm so confused right now. And then we get to that article we got to today where the guy's like, I'll never pay off my mortgage. Welcome to being a homeowner. There are tricks to not getting stuck in this. And that's what I try to teach you guys. Like I said, it's not me discouraging you from being a homeowner. I just need you to be informed before you get to this point. And that's why I'm one of the people out there who I don't care how much hate I get discussing this, but also saying put extra money to the principal instead of in the market because of this. I threw an extra $1,000 to $2,000 at my mortgage for the last 2 years. Now, I know I'm in a good position, and I was able to do that. And I cut off about 11 or 12 years of my mortgage in 2 years. I could have done more, but I put money in the market. That's why I say do a 50-50. Take 50%, put it towards the principal in the mortgage. Take 50, put it in the market. What's my rate? 2.85%. Because I took advantage of low rates, just like everybody else in this community did 2 years ago. And some people would say, well, Stocky, that's stupid. At 2.8%, you'd be making more in the market. Well, I'm not putting 100% of my my investing money in there, but I'm putting it into my house. Why is that? What if the market turns? What if we go into recession? What if the market goes flat? What if I get canceled as a streamer? What if nobody watches my show? We're already down, I'm already fucking almost on the way out as a streamer. I want to lock in a guarantee. You see what I mean? Okay, I heard you say I love you, the dog. You don't look at me and say I love you too. You never do that. What is wrong with you today? You're smiling and you're being friendly. What is going on? Did you do something wrong, or have you finally snapped? Okay.